Greetings and good evening. Welcome to another installment of Pull Up a Chair.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what up, what up?
Good.
What's good, fellas?
What's goody? What's good?
How the energy in the building? We good?
We straight.
Yeah.
We back.
Good?
Turn up.
Back at it.
Good.
Feeling pretty good myself. Before we get into these topics, we got to get into some introductions. I'm your MC this evening, the War Chief. Let's get it.
Yo, it's your boy E, you already know.
What's up, y'all? Smalls here in the building. What's up?
Yo, it's your boy Sko. Know if you stand up, let's do it.
Let's do it.
That's right.
Oh, before we get started, anybody got any shouties? Anybody they want to recognize? Anything that happened?
No.
I want to send a big rest in peace to Norview's own Tatum Sproul. Beautiful soul. She got laid to rest recent days. We definitely gonna miss you, Tatum.
R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in
Rest in
peace.
peace,
Rest
rest
in
in
peace.
peace.
Prayers up to the family and friends.
Certainly.
Yeah.
So we got to get into these topics. What we're gonna do? We're gonna do something we don't normally do. We're gonna just recap a little bit. It's been a couple events in the news. Y'all want to talk about it? We can talk about it really quick. You know, we got the diddler diddling all over the trial, getting stuff smeared on him.
Diddly.
Diddly D. Anybody got any thoughts on the diddler? How y'all see the trial going? Y'all think he gonna beat his charges? You know, he got them strange charges with sex trafficking. That's kind of the one that people that don't want Diddy to come home is hoping stick. Anybody got any thoughts on how much time he might get? Will he get free? How y'all see the trial going? That type of thing.
I don't think every charge gonna stick. I think because he got like what 5, 6 charges. He got
Got a few.
a few charges. It's a lot of RICO, a lot of arson, and all types of craziness.
Oh, yeah. Blow people's cars up.
Yeah, I don't know if every one of them gonna stick.
It's not funny, but that's crazy. That's something you hear about in the movie.
Yeah.
They said
Yeah, worry about your car blowing up is crazy.
They said he ran up in Kid Cudi house and locked his dog in the room. Like he ain't open up all his Christmas presents.
So, I mean, this stuff might have happened, and Diddy might have been involved. We don't know. But do you think that he did it himself?
Allegedly,
money
they
don't.
did it? No.
Most
Not
people
so.
with money.
Hold on, you talking about going in his house and doing that stuff or blowing a car up?
Both.
The blowing a car up thing, I don't think. Of course, I believe he did not do it himself.
Okay.
Right.
But
If he did it.
running up in the house and opening up, unwrapping all his Christmas gifts.
That's what Diddy
That's
did.
kind of personal.
Yeah, I think he did
wild.
that, yo.
That's why.
And he said he locked his dog in the room. I was like, why are they talking about this in the court? But hey, they trying to paint the picture of this monster.
Breaking the entering.
Yeah.
Somebody's crib.
Yeah.
I was when pre-trial, I was under the impression that the freak offs were like a whole bunch of celebrities.
Yeah, me
or
too,
some
me
old
too.
Interview with a vampire type stuff, like some old super 60-person orgy type stuff.
Yeah.
And from what has been talked about in the freak offs up until this point, it's only been 3 people.
Not a lot, and just random male like, escorts.
Yeah.
I haven't been following it.
Maybe
An interviewer who does a lot of interviews, I'm not going to say his name, he pointed out something that was kind of crazy to me.
Right.
You know how it's just out there now that Diddy is gay or go both ways, or he do all this stuff. Nobody in the trial has said that Diddy actually, other than the smearing, that he actually participated in the gay act. Like nobody said he gave the niggas,
Right.
or he got on the back.
only
Nobody
thing I
got
heard-
him on nothing.
No, they all say that he watched
Yeah.
Cassie get into the mix and then
Right.
he does his thing afterwards.
He like smearing stuff on him and shit.
Yeah, he didn't get into all that. That's Drake crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's wild. He's smearing stuff on him.
Yeah, that's
That's
absolutely
crazy,
insane.
too.
Allegedly, that's what they say. That's what they say.
But I thought it was gonna be a lot more.
Me too.
Like you said,
Yeah.
celebrities.
Me too.
Diddy was in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diving. I thought it was gonna be off the chain.
But it's just
I haven't
really
heard
just Cassie getting chopped
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
He might come home, man. I think he might come home for real, for real.
Okay.
I think the Diddler might come home.
I don't. I think he definitely gonna get some time.
I think that he probably gonna get convicted of these things, but he might get time served.
That's what I'm saying. If he do, it ain't gonna be that much.
They're gonna
time.
hit him with a whole bunch of fines
I think
because he rich.
Hella awkward if the Diddler get home. Though.
It's gonna be awkward. You know?
I'm kind of not fooling with the Diddler right now.
He gonna be on a rampage.
Well, he
Testified
said,
on.
yeah.
I think he getting time. He ain't gonna get hit with the R. Kelly time, but he gonna get some time though.
Diddly.
I
I
think
wonder
so.
what some of the people are testifying. Like, what's his name? Myers. Mike. What's his name? Myers. Austin Powers dude. What's his name?
Michael Myers?
Yeah.
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers. Yeah.
They say he testified or some shit like that. I
What
said,
did
what
he
is he
do?
doing
I ain't
there?
even hear about him.
Yeah, I ain't hear him testifying.
I might be wrong there. Yeah, but look it up.
What'd he say?
Crazy
The
stuff.
Breakfast Club. It's a Breakfast Club
Oh,
saying
the
this.
best.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I ain't hear that.
So yeah,
Yeah,
the Diddler been all over. This case been going on a while.
It's been about
it's
3-4
still got,
weeks.
like,
Whole from the time it came out to the time he actually got indicted, it's just been a whole lot. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with the old Diddler.
Now I wonder if it's the jury is going to be like how they was with OJ, right? So it was like an crazy amount of evidence pointing towards OJ during his trial, but they was so tired of
Got burnt out.
yeah, they
just
wanted it to be over. So it was like they couldn't agree. It was like let's get him out. He off, like whatever, you know what I mean? So. You know,
The judge had the reprimand did it the other day for like shaking his head.
He kept shaking his head at the jury, yeah.
and all that stuff. I don't know if he was shaking it like y'all see.
Yeah.
I don't know because I ain't really been following it, but I thought that was funny.
yeah.
Shaking his head
Intimidating
vigorously.
They gonna
I
people
know,
mad. Like,
yeah. He's pulling Latifah. Want to set it off. See you on the street. It's up. All right, so that's the Diddler. So we know we had Tory Lanez in the news recently. Hopefully that brother is on the mend. He got stabbed up behind the wall. That case is unclear. We know he went to prison for it, but they starting to say he didn't shoot.
yeah.
He didn't have the gun. So
They
that's
said
crazy
that from the
in itself.
beginning, though.
Yeah, it was always rumblings, but it went to trial and he lost, and now it seems like more evidence is coming about how he didn't have the gun, which is a shame if he behind the wall and he really didn't.
He got hit all up.
That's
Man.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Well, the girl who supposedly had the gun and shot it, her security guard is the one who came out and said he overheard her saying that she had the gun or something like that. But the main questions is why is Tory Lanez sticking up for her and taking the charge for her, and why is Megan lying? I heard that's supposed to be her best friend or whatever, but if she did shoot Megan, then they all conspiring to get Tory Lanez locked up, and he ain't saying nothing about it.
Right.
He need better lawyers.
He need better
It's
lawyers.
a whole bunch of this last few weeks. It's been a whole bunch of newly found evidence or newly found. What's all this newly found shit? Where your lawyers at? Your lawyers supposed to get all this shit. It shouldn't be anything new months after your arrest. Or the
But
conviction.
the only thing they talking about is that security guard finally
No, it was
decided to
something
say
else.
something.
It was something else like newly found, like audio or something. Some newly found. It was a bunch of newly found stuff.
Yeah,
People be high and
It's
shit,
like,
though.
bro,
People be high and stuff.
as a lawyer, you ain't supposed to get all of that. You
should
supposed
have
to
had
be-
better
I mean, sometimes when they hiding, you can't.
Or Tory Lanez should have just said she shot Megan Thee Stallion.
But
That's
it's-
all he had to say.
But
I mean, not all he had to say. He probably would have went to jail anyway.
As a defendant, you could tell your lawyer, like, look, I know who did it, but I'm not telling you who did it. Your job is to get me off. So
Oh, he ain't want to snitch.
yeah,
He said, "Your
that's
job is
what
to
it
get me
sounds
off." But
like.
anyway, yeah, I'd have
He needed a lady from How to Get Away.
Oh.
I'd have snitched
Street code.
immediately. I'd have snitched immediately. He already was a felon, wasn't he?
I'm not even sure. Where's Tory Lanez from? Anybody?
Canada. Why you say it like that? Yeah.
Can't trust them Canadians.
Why did you do Canada?
Trusting them,
My bad.
trusting them Canadians. There you go.
Hey, look, who is what's her name? Megan Thee Stallion. Who she signed with?
She used to be with somebody else, and then she got out of that situation. I can't remember.
They say she signed with Rock Nation.
I think
They say
I think
Jay-Z
she's probably
got something to do
using.
with the stabbing. They say
Oh,
he put up some
Lord.
bread, allegedly. I don't know. This coming from the Breakfast Club again. You listen to the Breakfast Club all the time, don't you?
I do. I ain't never heard that.
I ain't never heard that.
I listen
I
to
saw
No.
the video.
Alright.
I listened to Breakfast Club for 10 minutes.
Oh, for real?
My ride to work. I told you. Yeah, I don't listen
Yeah,
to
they
that.
say-
Y'all,
they say
y'all see
Jay-
the video of the stabbing?
Nah, I
I saw
didn't.
it. It's grainy, but you can see he was hitting Tory with that drink. He was getting him. He was.
Oh,
getting
he
him.
was
Yeah, the
He
guy
stabbed him like
stabbing
14
him. Yeah,
times?
he
I
was
thought it
trying
was
to
like
get
a-
him out
Out
of
of
it.
there.
Underhand
14 times.
It was an overhand poke. It was
He was using all the pokes. He was getting at him.
He used all the pokes.
Pause.
Yeah, he probably did that too.
pause.
They in jail. So I was
Yeah.
But he known he done that before.
He's locked up for murder.
Yeah, and he in jail. He would stab somebody up before.
So what did they uncover his
Motive.
Yeah.
He was a Meg fan.
He was a what?
Oh, man,
Damn,
man.
you going
I'm
that
trying
hard?
to tell you. it's-
Say, I have no clue.
it's-
I do not know.
It was some money put up on his head. She signed with Rock Nation. He ain't trying to lose that. I'm trying to tell you. That's what
All I'm saying
Why
is,
you keep looking at me when you talk?
Wait,
He
he said
keep
Rock
cutting his
Nation.
eye at me when you say that. I don't.
My bad. Whatever.
if all I'm saying is, if the girl really shot Meg, why they going to so many lengths to protect her?
And they say he
Everybody
apologized.
trying to
They say he
protect
apologized and everything. He apologized to Meg and to make him look guilty because he apologized.
I
What you
think Tory
apologizing
did it.
for if you ain't do nothing.
Either if he didn't do it, then he need better lawyers.
If he
It's-
didn't do it,
If
he's
he did
stupid.
do it, he need better
If he
lawyers.
did do it, he's stupid.
Yeah, he need better
Yeah.
lawyers either way. Because so much, I was seeing like a bunch of times this newly found stuff. It shouldn't be anything newly found. Period. It's no newly found.
But people be talking after the fact.
No,
that too.
That's why.
That's why you supposed to have good lawyers. Good lawyers gonna get into the mix. They gonna make sure there ain't nothing newly found afterwards. Especially when you got that money, you got really, really good lawyers. If you got anything that's newly found after the fact, you immediately fire your lawyer because they supposed to get on it immediately. Like, oh, you packed them up because no.
Some situations that's impossible though.
No.
It's impossible.
No. Any high have you ever heard of any high profile case where there was newly found after the fact? You ever heard of that?
Or even
It happens all the time.
OJ case stuff was coming out
Well,
years later.
yeah, it happens with regular niggas. We talking regular niggas because we can
So
only
regular
afford regular lawyers. But when you got millions, you supposed to be able to afford those lawyers that it's like a team of niggas. You know, there's no newly found shit after the fact. Either they suppressed all of that or they bring it up in trial. There's no way you should have some newly found shit on a high profile case. That's crazy.
Ultimately, we hope Tory Lanez heal up. We don't want to see nobody going like that. He took a pretty brutal stabbing.
Yeah.
And he not the biggest guy in the world. So hopefully
Said he had a
can
collapsed lung and
make
everything.
it back to 100%. So we got Remy and Pat in the news. They just been going after each other. I think they ridiculous, but
Yo, Pat got it tight too, man. He
got it tight.
He got it tight, man. He's super aggressive
fighters, angry.
Yeah.
he got it tight.
Yeah.
Shout out to Clarissa Shields.
Yeah.
She's a champion, and definitely Remy Ma.
Let me ask y'all this real quick. We could talk about them, but would y'all ever date a female boxer? Somebody that could probably pack you up.
I would.
I would.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I ain't got no problem with that.
Yeah, me either.
You can't be popping shit.
That's, and this is not shady Clarissa Shields or Remy. That type of female is not my type. The rugged style. And I know they can probably cute it up too, but that ain't my style. But if you could box, nah. That wouldn't bother me because them little love taps can't hurt me. You jam yourself up, try to hit this chin, break your own hand. Chipped up.
Yeah, I'd be cool with it.
But getting back to Remy and Papoose, for me, I just wish them both the best custody battles and getting all wild, getting on the internet. I just think it ain't good for nobody, especially if you got kids involved. I hope they move past it.
Yeah, but they ain't worse than Cardi and Offset though.
Cardi and Offset,
God and Offset.
another
They going
couple
ham.
having a
And
tough time.
Stephon Diggs. 'Cause
Oh,
he
man.
into the
Into
pettiness
the
too.
arena.
Yeah.
I wish them
He a
all
diva.
the best. I think
What?
they need to get off the internet.
Which I think gonna happen with Diggs with the whole
The bag,
Yeah.
The who?
the bag on the boat. He gave the girls the bag on the boat.
Oh,
Whatever.
I think it's inconclusive.
You can't even
Yeah.
see what it is though.
Yeah,
Can't really
Yeah.
tell what it is.
you don't know what it
It
is,
could have been a bag of Skittles for all we know.
right?
Yeah.
And then I don't understand if it was an issue, why his team just don't. Hey man, come do a drug test real quick. Mm-hmm. Unless it's in his contract where he can't get drug tested. But who the hell? Like what kind of mess is that? You know?
Hey.
I will say for Diggs, we all know he's a talented receiver, but he teetering in a lot of foolishness.
Yeah,
If
that's
I'm
it.
him,
He a
I
diva.
just tighten up a little bit, get back to professionalism, get back
on
to
his
because he's been injured.
his
too.
15.
Yeah.
He is good, but once you start being more risk than reward,
Yeah.
the teams ain't gonna fool with you. You know what I
That's
mean?
why we moved on with him.
Yeah.
Minnesota moved
Bills.
on with him.
Yeah.
So let's see what Texas is gonna do. But back to one thing, you seen the workout where he was working out, and then they flipped the script and seen Offset working out.
I
Yeah,
ain't
you see
see
that?
that.
He said Papoose was working
No,
out.
no. I said before.
Diggs.
Diggs.
Oh,
He got like he doing the joints like this, some weights
Upright
up there.
rows.
But what's his name? Offset. He got a 5-pound weight. He like this struggling on some shit. I said they childish.
One is
man.
a pro athlete. One
Yeah.
is a
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
childish. They childish. I think it's old too though. It look like it's old.
Yeah.
I heard Cardi B sent they son back to Offset with the same hairstyle Stephon Diggs.
I heard
That is petty.
just childish.
That's
It's
childish,
super
yo.
childish.
I don't know how old
And they
they
too
are.
yeah,
I just-
they too old for that shit.
I think they gotta grow up.
They in their 30s.
They in their 30s,
way
yeah.
too
Yeah,
old for
they
that.
in their 30s, yeah.
That's just whack.
Yeah, y'all
Tighten that up.
do
man.
that.
That's-
Hey.
Kids gonna see
That's
this when they
crazy.
get of age. Like, get off the internet.
Real quick, something mad petty and childish that I can't stop laughing over. My homeboy told me earlier this week, something petty with him and his ex. They share custody, you know, he got weekends, whatever. Well, anyway, one time a while back, he had his son for the weekend. He was gonna take him to the circus for Friday night or Saturday night, whatever one, it don't matter. Let's say he was gonna take him to the circus Saturday night. Well, she heard about it and took the kid to the circus the day before. I said that's the most petty thing ever, yo.
It get that deep.
So
That's
when she showed up to drop the kid off, he had all this circus toys and stuff.
Oh, man.
Yo,
That
it
is
get
dirty.
bad like that.
I can't stop laughing about that, yo. Oh man, he was so mad, yo. But anyway, my
Super
Yeah,
petty.
I don't want to
man.
get too personal on that.
yeah, that is
It gets very
petty.
dumb. That's why I'm looking at them like, and I'm older, so I'm like, it ain't worth
You gotta do better, man.
It ain't
That's
worth
all.
it.
That's wild.
It does get better. All right, so we got Remy and Papoose. We're moving on to brother Keyshawn Davis, who was supposed to fight recent days.
Norfolk, what up?
Home team.
Big shout outs to young brother. He did make weight. I heard that's not as uncommon as people are making it seem. But he just got the belt and he got stripped of the belt. So that's crazy in itself.
Didn't even fight to defend it. Yeah.
And he got in a little kerfuffle after the fight after his brother lost on fight night.
His older brother.
So I'm not knowledgeable about that as being stripped of your belts and stuff. So when you do a weigh-in, is that the end all be all? Is that so you do a weigh-in and you don't make the weight of your weight class? Did the belt get stripped in
I
immediately?
guess it depends on the contract. I'm not exactly sure about that, but you can make the weight and then come into fight night a whole different weight. I wish he had made weight on weigh-ins. Then he could have ate as much as he
I
wanted
always
to.
thought-
If it ain't no rehydration clause. Some fights, even after that, you can only get
a certain amount of
a
weight.
certain amount of weight. That's a rehydration clause, but he didn't make the initial weigh in. Which
So
now sometimes guys are still willing to fight, but the guy wasn't willing to fight. I guess he had a lot on the line too, at least in his mind. So
I don't know what he had on line. He could have won the title if he would have beat Keyshawn. He could have won the belt.
But I read a couple different things, right? I read that since he didn't make weight, they could have still fought, but I think the title wouldn't have been involved because he would have been stripped of the title. So now somebody else got to earn it.
maybe it's vacant.
So that's that's what I mean. So they can't wait to him to get back to weight. Like
well, it's fight night. I mean,
it's fight night.
It's a night or two before.
So
they can't postpone the fight. That's what I mean. That's why I say is it the end? Like they can't say, oh, we could push the fight back maybe a month.
probably contractually, no.
probably not.
You know what I mean? Or I'm sure they would explore all of that contractually. Probably not.
So they said one guy from the was it Top Boxer, whatever the promoter, whatever. I think that's where he from. One guy was saying like you can tell when a boxer really tries to make weight and they all dehydrated or whatever like that. He was like, it looked like he didn't even try to make weight, but that's just his opinion. But I read a quote from Keyshawn that said that he really did try, but he just outgrown that weight class. He was like, "It's nothing I could have did. I just outgrown that weight class. I tried, you know what I mean." He said, "I even tried to go ham right before the weigh in, and he said,
He just too.
I just outgrown the weight class. Time to move up."
So drained that you know you're gonna end up being weaker and
lose the fight. Yeah.
So I get it. I wish the best for Brother Keyshawn.
I got to look back into what, because I did read about the opponent could have agreed to fight anyway, but I could have sworn it said something about it would have just been a fight. It wouldn't have been for the title or nothing like that. Yeah, because everything was already voided once he missed weight. I mean, I could have misread that though.
Okay.
Yeah. But that him jumping the homeboy after the fight though.
Yeah,
what's up with
Y'all
that?
see the videos?
Nah, I ain't seen no videos
ain't
or
seen no
nothing.
videos?
The only thing, guys,
Exclusive
Yeah.
access.
Man, you're not tripping, man. Come on, man.
I just heard about this morning. I just heard. I just watched the guy
doing the interview.
Yeah, he had a little
You
car
did
on
an
the
interview
side.
last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I only seen it this morning. I only seen it when I got up this morning.
Yeah.
They showed it at the fight last night. They showed the scuffle and stuff like that. They
I
showed
didn't
it.
see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
watched the
showed
fight.
all that shit. They showed all that shit. Yeah.
So
I said, damn, man.
is it confirmed on what was the reason they ran up in the locker room?
Dude said he was celebrating his fight. They locker room was the next door. He just came over there, and you know.
I mean, like, was any audio in the
not in the
video?
locker rooms. No, you can see everybody in the hallway. You know what I'm saying? See police breaking it up. Police had to intervene with the shit.
I mean that.
Unfortunate.
They said
I
he
mean,
had,
that just
but
seems so. I mean,
Like I
guess
said,
people can be
Keyshawn, you
super
gotta
petty,
talk,
but-
man. You ain't saying nothing yet. You gotta talk to these people, man. Everybody saying their side, but you and your people. You gotta talk. You gotta
Maybe
say
you
what
ain't got nothing to say because
You gotta talk, man.
you ain't
You gotta
got
talk, bro.
You ain't when you know you in the wrong. You might as well shut the hell up.
That's if he's in the wrong though. We don't know what happened.
he's never going to admit. I'm just childish.
Yeah, childish. Like, yeah, you're in the wrong. Like, you gotta just shut the hell up.
So in that interview, the dude who got jumped, the boxer, the guy was like, "You ever seen anything like this? Not even in Philly." It was like, nah.
I ain't even hear it in Philly.
Yeah.
He was
Crazy.
pretty cool about it.
Yeah, he was like he was
on
because he was like that. Just mean I got to get in the ring. He was like he want to fight Keyshawn in the ring now.
They fought before though.
Oh, they have.
Yeah. Keyshawn beat him.
Oh, okay.
They fought before.
Nah.
No,
I don't like that response.
what?
Somebody run up in your locker room and try to beat you up. Real, you know what I mean? Not no boxing ring. Like, nah, you
trying
got,
to
Make
monetize.
money.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
make
get
some
it.
money.
But nah, dog.
It was him and
We
him
gonna
and
have
the
a
younger
man-to-man
brother.
conversation about this. You ain't gonna just run up in my locker room and try to beat me up, dog.
Try to pat me up.
I mean, he don't know nothing. He ain't get hurt. He trying to
He
make
did
some
get
money
hurt.
off of
He
it.
got a whole scar.
He
and
a
shit.
boxer. That ain't nothing.
Nah, no.
see?
That would think we might been for
You
the
talking about
fight.
the head
They talking about
blades,
the
like-
bump on top
Yeah,
of that
on
was
top
from the
of it.
head. The head, but
then that's a that's an injury.
Hopefully, no charges gonna be brought up on
Nah, I hope
this
not.
cat, man. I hope not. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Because
this unfortunate.
Let it be,
incident.
let it
Bad
Can't let
choices
niggas be
being made.
walking around doing crazy shit and getting away with it. Like that's
Nah.
but you let your people down, Keyshawn, man. Niggas had high hopes for you,
and,
bro.
and I root for no, you know. For
I still got high hopes for
all
your
day,
whole
but
team, Norfolk all
Yeah,
day.
we gotta-
Baby. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta stop.
But don't fuck your bag up
Celebrities
like you just did, man.
that come out of Virginia is. I just be like, what the hell is happening? What is in the water here? Something in the water. No pun. This is crazy.
Well, I mean, just like any area that's
Yeah.
we think we're the top dogs. That's just how we carrying it.
I mean, we are
I
top
ain't
dogs
saying
on a
that
few
it's
things.
good. I'm saying it's a product of where you come up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people feel like that. It is what it is. I
I
mean,
hate it.
but he gonna be back on top. Let's get it, Keyshawn. You gonna
Let's go. We
You
got
gotta
it.
move up in weight though. The 135 ain't for you no more. You gotta go up. That's just what it is.
I think one of my legs weighed 130.
All right, getting into these topics, man. What we got?
That's
all right,
crazy.
I kind of like where we going with some of this. This is a different kind of question, but let's get into it a little bit.
All right.
Viewership. Now we talk about interracial dating, and we normally talk about black men dating white women. But today we're gonna do a little switcheroony, and we're gonna talk about if a black woman sleeps with or has been in a serious relationship with a white man, Caucasian man, is she damaged goods to the fellas? Do we care? Do we not want to mess with her? Is she been touched by an angel? She got bit by a snake, twice bitten. Is she like, is she giving people the ick in our community?
Man.
And we just talking to the African American fellas right now. How do y'all feel about that?
They say that ass is rolling over in our graves right now, man.
Okay.
That's what they. That's what I heard.
Okay. Expound on that a little
Expand
bit.
on that. They say our ass is rolling our grave because what the white people did to our black people back in the day.
Right.
And now you dealing with the white. Nah, man. Nah, can't do that.
All right.
Well,
Damaged goods.
okay.
Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. They set me up. They try to throw me in the water with the. Nah. I'm joking.
I was just listening.
Folks. No, I'm joking. It's all jokes. You know, I like the joke. I'm just joking though. It's all jokes. I like the joke. It's nothing serious.
From what I hear.
I don't want to go from one
No.
to what I hear.
Hold on. Let me set it up. From what I hear, and I think they took a poll on this. Pause. I think that they said that white men think that white women are damaged goods when they
I can see that.
jump over to our side. So, do we feel the same way?
That's the question.
So,
Go.
Yeah, answer it.
I said what I said.
you feel?
Even if it was joking.
You
well,
feel
yeah.
that way? We the panel.
this is what I will
This
say.
nigga scared.
No, this is what I will say. I would say it depends on the type of white guy it is.
Expand on that.
Yeah, what type of guy?
Because I would think that it's a certain type of black woman that dates white men. So if it's a corny white dude, you know what I mean, like some,
Like a square, like a straight up.
yeah.
Okay, he don't have any African American vibes. He not of the diaspora. He not of the
Yeah,
culture.
he's just a
not
Wayne
like
Brady.
Yeah.
He not like a
How
what's the
you
white
use
guy?
a black guy to describe a cool? That is funny, yo.
I'm joking.
That's
I'm
funny.
talking the Brady Bunch guy. What's his name? He's like a Brady Bunch guy. He's like a white guy, straight white. No, like you say, no hip hop, no music, no nothing.
Yeah.
So
I said
if he
Wayne
like
Brady.
that changes your personal view because we talking about our own personal perspective.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm saying that she's tainted or anything like that because but I think that the type of person that is, it wouldn't be my vibe. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be interested in a person that has interest in dating like corny white dudes.
What if he's not corny? What if he just white, but he don't participate in black culture? He's just white. He from Iowa. He hasn't been exposed to it. He just cool, just regular white. Does that change your view any?
Nah.
Nah. So the whole corny part didn't even matter.
Yeah, I mean,
He said, yeah.
So you saying if he got some black swagger to him, it's cool. You'll accept her back.
If B Rad or Eminem,
it's not about. It's less about. It's less about him and more about her
what she's
attraction.
attracted to.
Exactly.
What she attracted to.
And that type of woman is not something I'm interested in.
Oh,
Yeah, because the interest and
So you trying to say her type of guy?
No, just I think, like I said, I think it's a type of person that would date like regular white dudes, and I think that type of person is not something that I would be interested in.
What about
Nothing
saying-
that it's not like 100%, but
right.
it's not like he tainted her or nothing like that, and that's
You
what I
just feel
think.
like you wouldn't be interested in what she coming with.
Exactly. Like her personality, her, you know what I mean?
I wonder, do black women have those vibes with guys that date all Spanish women and stuff like that?
Probably.
I'll just mess around. E, what you got to say about all this?
if a black woman dates a white man, is she damaged goods? In my opinion, no.
Okay, she can come on home. You can
Yeah,
always.
you can
come
always come home.
Okay.
I
Do
mean,
you have any reason, like?
sometimes you gotta take a walk on the wild side, but you can always come home. You can always come home. Yeah, I mean, like you say, the past is the past. People like people for different reasons. People got a whole wide range of what they attracted to, and you never know, what you like until you in that
I gotta
situation.
flip this a little bit.
Go ahead.
So, I guess my question is: would you date a woman who had a extensive past with a white man?
Hold on.
Yes, I
Before you
would.
say that, can you give your question? Can you give an answer?
I'm going after. I'm
After
gonna keep
E?
it real. I'm gonna go after.
I'm talking about before your switcheroo.
All right. Well, are you done with the initial question?
Yeah. Initial question: damaged goods? No. Would I date a woman? Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel like everybody here wasn't clear cut. I gotta be honest about my feelings about this. I am a person who, just being honest, I think it's important to the black community that blacks date blacks. Now, I have family members who date outside and all of that stuff. I don't particularly.
Watch your words now.
No, don't let your
I'm keeping it real, but I do want to be gentle. I want to be cautious with my words because I don't want to be offensive to anybody. This is just my personal views. I don't typically like to see it, if I'm just being flat out honest. Now, love who you want to love. I'm into my people, and I just think it's important for us to unify, mobilize, make black children, and do what we need to do. That's not coming from a place of hate. It's just coming from a place of what I would like to see and how I think we should be moving. Do I think a female is damaged goods? Damaged goods is pretty strong. I would be disappointed. That's just my personal. I don't know if I could seriously be involved if I know ahead of time that was your history. Because I am very pro-black. And I just think maybe our thoughts wouldn't align on a lot of things. I could be wrong about that.
Well, yeah, and that's
That
kinda,
goes for all races.
That's,
If she mess with a Filipino guy or
Yeah, my thing is black.
black.
I'm about black.
and
And that's just what I'm about.
I think 50% of what you're saying is kind of what I was in line to what I was saying. You know, just the type of person that would do that. You know, it's just like not really in line with the interest that you would have.
Yeah.
You know,
So she had kids by this white guy. You'd really be disappointed.
For me, that goes with anybody. With
kids involved.
Even that when you look at someone's past, and you be like, you guys with him? Like I'm like, I'm cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just me. Yeah, because I know I ain't gonna have nothing to do with you unless you super duper gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm unapologetically pro-black, so I will have some level of disappointment, and I don't know if I can move past that. Now, maybe I could. You know, we have conversations, we talk about what she was thinking at the time or whatever. Maybe you know, we put our heads together. Maybe I don't think so.
Now, I gotta put a little. Let's put some scenarios here.
Now, Kwame had this first though.
He just said
switcheroo.
The dating, right? That's what you were just talking about. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dating.
Oh, yeah. I was saying. Dang, I forgot my switcheroony.
When you said, would you date someone that?
Would you date? Yeah.
Yeah.
My thing was probably not, because I don't think our thoughts would align.
Yeah. No.
And I'm not saying that their thoughts are bad. My thoughts are good. It's just what I'm on.
Now, with that being said, let's go to this scenario. You together already. 3 years.
Good long time.
And,
Long time.
y'all out at a fresh market.
Okay.
You know, getting some strawberries or something.
Place where you can run into white people.
And she can run into white people. That's exactly what I...
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
Whole Foods.
Public something.
All right.
And, hey, Jimmy. What's going on? Ain't seen you in a while. Doing good? All right, see you later. Who was that? Oh, that was my ex.
Right.
What you doing?
I would have to have some conversations. I don't want to.
I would have to have some conversations.
Emotionally, you know what I mean?
3 years
We already
involved, though.
together. We got to have some conversations. You know what I mean? We got to.
How do you start that conversation? How do you start off with that? What do you?
I ain't know you like white guys.
And that's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would just take a deeper dive into her past and see, if that was something that she was into. Is she still attracted to white men? And all of that. Conversations. I can't say I would just throw her back to the streets.
Do you believe, or the panel, do y'all believe that someone can fall out of attraction with a group of people that they dated one of them for an extended time?
Sometimes people date for convenience. Sometimes people date with a purpose to gain or get something. I don't know where her head could have been at that time.
But yeah, I do believe that people can grow, develop, whatever you want to change, whatever word you want to use, whatever, mature into something else. I do believe people can, I used to be attracted to such and such, but now it don't do nothing for me no more. I think people can do that. Like, for example, just random, if somebody was really into like golf people, like I was really into the dark all black with the piercings and all that, but now it's like, nah, I ain't in it. Like, I do think people can change. Yeah.
Okay. Shall we get our
Well,
opinions about that?
I liken it to, I don't know if y'all ever watched the show Insecure.
I've seen it.
I remember that.
It was a couple of episodes where the main character, Issa, her friend was dating this guy. And she was liking the guy, and she was known to kind of date around, her character anyway. And the guy, they was talking about stuff that happened, and the guy mentioned that he had like a gay experience.
Yeah, I remember that.
And she couldn't.
It messed her up. Yeah.
She couldn't get it out her head. Like even when they'll be in the mix, she'll be thinking about if the dude was.
Yeah.
So I liken it to something like that.
I was literally going to bring that up.
Created
when I said y'all finished talking about it.
I think young people call it the ick, and she couldn't shake it, so she had to eventually stop dating the dude, move on from the dude.
So yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. Is it like the situation where like you find same situation but you find out that they was gay at some point. They dated a woman.
That's different.
But they were
Girl.
they were more so the top though. They was more so like they're they was
What's that?
You said they was the top.
yeah like they the stud they the
Who, the one you with now is
Yes.
the stud? Mm-hmm. Or used to be the stud?
What's that?
But now she not.
but now she's not.
Oh,
I don't think that
But
goes
you
away.
find that out.
I don't think that goes away from them. I don't think once you the stud, it's like you always gonna be like some. You'll see the mannerism in some way somehow. I guess.
What if you didn't? If you didn't,
she got long hair now, but she can still ball.
Yeah.
So what's your question?
So is that something that I go with?
Is she damaged goods?
Is she damaged goods then?
No.
Let's say y'all not together. Y'all, or that's who you knew that person in the past, but to be that way, then you see them later and they're different. They're the girl
Feminine.
now.
Would you consider her
Yeah.
for a real relationship?
Yeah.
I think I've seen that before.
Yeah, I've seen it all.
Yeah. Like back in high school days, now you see the now. You
So
see
what's
the
your
ass,
answer?
Like, huh?
What's your answer? Are you looking at Steve? Could you date him?
Back then she was a stud, but now she
Back then you
she
wanted,
bomb.
now you hot. Now you on.
Now she bad. She could have been bad as a stud.
Yeah.
But now she like girly, should I say? I'm
girly.
sorry.
She's
She's
girly.
girly now.
Answer the question.
Yeah,
I
I
think
date
I
her.
do. Well, yeah.
I would.
Long she'll try to
Yeah.
flip the script or some shit like that.
Long she'll try to go back to her top days.
Yeah, top days.
So y'all saying y'all
Yeah,
could
with
date
you.
them-
On some
My
different
turn
shit.
now.
Y'all saying y'all could date them
Yeah, change
with
your voice.
the purpose of
That's what you
eventually
did
getting
last
married.
time.
Just-
You remember that?
Yeah, if they cool people.
Yeah,
they cool.
It was
Okay.
funny as hell.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna probably
So a long
say
time
no,
ago?
though.
Huh?
I'm gonna probably say no.
Oh, okay.
Boulevard.
Nah. I'll tell you what.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. So what about you, Steve? Can you date them like on a serious basis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
yeah. You said yeah too many times.
No, I was.
All right.
You still
Trying to think of
about-
some examples in your head.
Yeah. And I just not going to give any examples and just say yeah.
He was trying to
We're
think.
gonna move into another segment,
Alright.
a new segment.
Right.
Let's say you did start dating that ex stud now bombshell. Now, how long do you have to date before she start doing the unflattering stuff? That's the next segment you about to get into.
Yeah. We can get into that.
The little segue.
Segue.
Jesus.
So we saying
Hold on.
how long is it? Are you comfortable enough for your girl to like
Right.
pass gas in front of you?
Deuce.
Gotta go take a number 2.
Deuce.
Take a smash.
Serious sit down is what I like to call it. What's some other unflattering things? That's probably the
Like
main
change
two.
you know what I mean?
A
Pads
pad
and
and
stuff.
Oh, that's kind of like a natural function. Well, all of it is.
Yeah, I'm saying, but
Yeah.
you're not doing that on day 2. Are
You mean changing it for her? Is that what you talking about? Oh.
Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you be in the bathroom and she'll change it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like you, yeah.
Yeah, like when does that happen organically? Does that like what?
So-
how does that?
So
So it changing
we
the
talking
bathroom?
about how long
Yeah.
How long does it?
changing the
before they
pad?
can get that comfortable.
Yeah. Before you think they should be that comfortable, because you might be like, that's too early for that.
Yeah,
Back
yeah,
that up.
Too early could be a turnoff.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
For me,
yeah,
I can
yeah.
only speak for myself. Too early, like the first couple days, you on that period. You know
Right.
what I mean? For me, for what I like, that could be too early. I'm gonna go being realistic a month, about a month, because a month.
That's like a real good span of time. A month, y'all been together for a
Comfortable.
month.
You done had your
Comfortable
few
day in, day
Netflix
out.
and chills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say about a month.
So a month then. So you meet her on April 1st. On May 1st, y'all Netflix and y'all not chilling, but y'all Netflix and y'all laying up, watching the movie.
Yeah.
A whole month now. You know what we talking
Yeah,
about?
I think about a month is good. I don't want her being like pull my finger. But if it, slip out. Of course, I'm gonna say something like,
Pull my finger,
already
man. Hold on.
you know what I mean?
finger though.
But yeah, I think it's natural. It's natural. I don't want you going out of your way to excuse yourself. You know what I mean? Now I think that's womanly. That's cool if that's what you own. But if you ready to let it go, a month, about a month, and it gotta be natural. You know what I mean? Natural. I'm gonna go about a month. What y'all think? What you think? E?
I don't know. Just off the top of the head, I'm gonna say after you chop the first time, it should be
All bets is off.
all bets are because after you get that intimate,
No more.
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Ain't no
After
more
you
intimate.
get
so
you
if you chop in, and we
week.
just saying chop.
A week.
We just using
right. I'm just
we
using that terminology.
We just kicking the actual factual.
Yeah.
This is pull up a chair.
Yeah. So
This is how we talk.
if that happened within the first week, the first 3 or 4 days, all bets is off. You going? You letting them go?
all day before I chop. Wait, like, but I would say that. I would say once there's so many people, a lot of people. I could probably include myself in with those people that just think that is the most intimate, most private, most sincere, whatever, most dedicated thing you could do with somebody. Is,
Right.
when you making love or whatever. So anything other than that is,
It's
you know what I
less than
mean?
that.
Yeah, like we done did all this and
I mean, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but I do want
No.
to say this though. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
I do want to say this. I'm gonna
I think you about to
It's a
answer
little
my
fun fact. A little fun fact.
Okay.
Little extra details into the life. Been with my wife for 20 years. Never, ever, ever, ever heard her fart. Just want to say that.
Some women is like that. That's crazy.
That
That's
is crazy though.
Never.
yeah. That is
and you
will
definitely
not-
made it a comfortable atmosphere.
I'm laying it out. But yeah, never.
Yeah,
so.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Shane for having tore up the guts.
So
Yo,
I can imagine like 20. So they 20 years in, right? And Shayna probably hit a party and be like, you know what?
Oh
And then one
man.
day just gonna let me.
Oh. She says because I don't remember this, but she says because I told her when we first started messing around that if she farted, I was gonna dip.
That's probably why.
I said I don't remember saying that, but I probably did. I said a bunch
That's
of stuff I don't
crazy.
remember.
I mean,
I probably said that right after I farted. Like
After you fuck.
What about
Yeah.
you, Scope? You got a time period? Hard down numbers? Couple weeks? A year? 6 months? Kind of quirky.
I would say if seeing her every day, chilling, doing
Chopping.
the act, yeah.
Yeah.
I think somewhere in a month to somewhere in between a month and 2 months is cool to a cute one. Right.
cute one?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Right.
What's a cute one?
Exactly. So you say a month, right? Is that thinking about a month, of her passing gas, right? But what if she what if she sharded?
Oh, whoa, hold up now. That's that's on a whole nother.
Exactly.
I mean,
so
as long as she took
sometimes
care of
accidents happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She ate some bad grits or something.
Now, on the first date, I don't know if I'm gonna go back. If you shark on
So
the first date,
you say
I don't know.
say-
I don't know. That's so funny, yo. Because the chances of you sharking on the first date means that you kind of shark often. Like,
or you had some bad,
yeah.
you had some
Bad
bad
beans.
chili.
Nah, that's wild, yo. You taking it to a? I ain't thinking nothing about that, yo. A
Y'all
first
thinking-
date shark
y'all
is
thinking
wild.
female cute farts, right?
Yeah.
Nah, we talking. Let's step it up a little bit.
I don't know what he talking about that.
Oh shit! Like you.
This guy's crazy.
Out and about, not in the crib.
Huh?
Out and about, not in the
That's out
crib.
of pocket. I don't know. Well, let's start off
God.
in the crib. Like she,
I would probably feel bad.
she like.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
She might just dip on you because that's embarrassing. she might use all ass. Like, I can't see this nigga no
I
more.
can't see him
I
no
can't
more.
see him no more.
I don't-
She might use all ass.
She gonna cut you off.
She cut you off.
Go ghost you.
Go show ass.
I get it.
You be like, God damn, cuz.
Yeah,
I would
that's
completely understand.
that's so.
But now, what's your time frame, man?
That's wild, yo.
Start,
Hey,
cut
we-
wind.
I'm going. What y'all said? He said too. He said, y'all getting to the sexual thing. All bets is off. I mean,
Ain't no
getting
more
this
personal
stuff.
than
Ain't
that.
nothing personal. And what he said, I've been with mine for 14 years and ain't never heard of pass gas either.
Yeah,
I
never
done had my
heard.
dog 3 years. That nigga fart on the damn time.
My youngest
You know what I'm
all
saying?
the time. My 4-year-old be
real.
popping
Old school
off.
women.
Yeah.
Old school
But
women.
yeah,
I
yeah, maybe a
appreciate that.
couple weeks, a month or something. Yeah. It
Did
is
she
what it
ever?
is.
Though he said that she had a conversation with him about it. You ever had a conversation?
Nah, I ain't never had no conversation like that.
I believe that's what she said. I said that a while ago. That if you do that, I'm leaving. I'm like, I probably did
that
joking.
sound like something
That
to
sound
say.
like something I say joking
Yeah,
around.
you be joking though.
Would you look at a girl differently if y'all went out on a date? This y'all first date or second date, and y'all came back to the crib, not with the intention to do nothing, just still chilling. But she got to take a number 2. She just go like, "I gotta use your bathroom. My stomach messed up."
Damn.
Is y'all looking at her different, or it's just
That's a good question.
I don't think you start looking at them different until you walk past the bathroom or walk in the bathroom, and you be like, "Oh my."
Because is it
Oh.
a little bit of
The spray don't work?
The femininity to that, if that's a word.
what if
It digrests a little bit.
What if she used it, everything cool, but when she gone for the night, she leave, you go in there, you see the little crumbs.
Oh my god! Or she
Stain on
clogged
the bowl?
Or she clogged the toilet up.
Oh,
She definitely cut me off. I cut her shade off.
What?
I did
If
that.
what?
I'll never come back.
If
you
what?
clogged the
Clog
toilet.
the
up?
toilet.
So you in there with the plunger?
Yeah, I'm gone. I'm never coming back. And she called me, I'm banging on her. Nope.
What? If she left the shit
I
in the bowl?
did it,
Yeah.
Oh, if you did it.
Yeah, I never talk to her again.
You that embarrassed?
It ain't even, it's past embarrassment. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about me no more. I'm gone.
Hold on, let me get this right. You
Don't
said
worry
you
about
clogged
me
the
no
toilet
more.
up.
I'm go-
Yeah.
You dip it. You cut
Yeah.
it off.
Yeah, because now she gotta pay for a plumber. She gonna be asking
never
me.
coming back.
No,
You
you
gonna
can
be
plug it
asking.
up. You can do
No, I'm saying if nothing works.
Right.
You don't have no plunger available.
You got it. If you gotta
it's
pay.
there.
It's there. You
Yeah.
got to get a whole
I'm
plumber.
gone.
Yeah, you
I'm
go.
never
Would you
coming back,
kick her
ever.
money for the plumber though?
I'm gone.
This nigga did up dirty. This nigga dirty. You left the shits in the bowl, and then you just did.
It happened in real life. I'm just saying.
No, I know. I was just joking. I know.
I'm not.
You literally shitted on her.
Yeah, I'm gone. I'm never coming back
So,
because they can never see you the same.
How you know? They
so
right. You know.
how would that work with the other way around?
If she did it,
Yeah,
If she fucked your toilet up,
yeah.
it really would depend on how her overall vibes is.
Yeah.
If it's great vibes, I may be able to have a comeback.
she might.
But
dip
if
too,
it was
though.
already
If it's just moderate
iffy,
vibes,
Uh-huh.
I'm out.
I'm out.
You know,
I
how-
gotta think this might be the love of my life for her to come back from that.
yeah.
If it's not, I'm gonna just cut my losses.
Because some people got like thousands of little things that bother them or irk them. They could be
got
super
a
small.
bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Little
if
pet
but
peeves.
when they if they add up, then that might be the last. Like, I can't deal with you. Like, you might go out to eat and then you chewing or talking with your mouth full or chewing with your mouth open. And then you try to let that slide, but then something else happened, and you try to let that slide, and then now your toilet clogged. Oh,
What about if she cute, she mad, she bad, but she spit when she talk?
Ugh.
Like, or she just like,
No. She talk, but it's like
and then the white stuff.
not even. That's just crazy. Yeah, but
Whoa,
I'm talking about
hey, what
she
we talking
spit
about?
when she talk sometimes. Like her words, some of her tongue too big or her tongue or
She got fat tongue.
she got a fat tongue and she just spit sometimes.
that's
You
wild.
like
Well, I never had that happen, so I really don't know. I will have to.
you had
I
to
would
you
have
had
to
to you had to be there to have it happen.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Now,
Now,
Your mouth might be fine.
That shit right there might be fine. Yeah, it might be fine.
Oh, yeah, but when people behind that,
Yeah, wet mouth.
that be stuck right there though. I don't know. I can't. That's
I hate that shit.
Yeah, I couldn't.
You
do
got
it.
whites on the side of your mouth. You just talk with the
Yeah.
man, wipe that shit. Oh, you know.
And
You
then,
can
yeah.
feel that shit. Can't you feel it?
I don't think you can feel it.
I don't know.
I don't think you feel it.
can. I think you periodically. Well, I know I do.
I do it too. I
periodically just-
I do like that.
I don't
Yeah.
think you can feel it. You just be like, sometimes you might look in the mirror and be like, oh, like I gotta,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know.
I never seen a girl had white. Oh no, I can't
I
say
never
I
seen that either.
Yeah.
Me either.
But I watch
Damn,
the
is that
podcast-
only
podcast-
reserved for
they-
dudes? That's crazy.
Huh?
That's wild.
I never seen a
I think
girl
women
Yeah, I
look
never
at
seen a girl
themselves
do
too
that.
much for that
Not
to
somebody that
accumulate
wasn't,
like
like,
that.
sick or something. I never seen that.
Me
before.
either.
I seen it on plenty of dudes.
Yeah, I think women look at themselves too much.
Yeah,
for
they
that
try to
accumulate.
they try to be cute or
Yeah.
You can't
dainty.
look at
gotta
yourself
go
all
around
the
the board,
time,
though.
but you just be talking. You just be.
Oh.
We got to go around the board. So if you clog a toilet, you coming back?
If I clog the
If
toilet,
you clog it,
nah, not on the first, second date.
that's what I'm saying.
Nah.
If she clog it, can she come back? Like,
What is the point?
when she
If she
gone for
clog-
the
what
night
is that?
and you come back and you see damage, you see it's there and it's big. Wouldn't that be hard? That'd be hard to come back.
Yeah,
That's
that's too much. That's too much.
So you-
I can't. I just
Which
don't
one?
think-
Are you coming back if you left it? Are you explaining it like, hey, my stomach and the joint claw? Or are you just
Why you gotta explain like yo my stomach?
that would be the nice thing to do.
think-
I don't
yeah.
think I can explain.
I come back. Yeah, if
I
I
think
did
I might
it,
have to tell.
if I did it, yeah. If she, I'm coming back.
You coming back?
Yeah, bro, I don't give a fuck.
All right,
I don't give a fuck.
Can she come back?
Wow.
What if she
You
had
wow.
no, if you did it?
If she did it?
had no
If
toilet
she
paper.
did it, she at your place.
Oh,
Y'all had Indian food. She tore that joint down. She left it there. Can she come back? No explanation.
She peeled like as soon as it happened. It's like, oh shit, I can't.
Like I said, she might cut me off, but I mean, I might give her a chance. I might,
Give her another
I
chance.
might, yeah.
That's,
That ain't the end of the world.
Ain't the end of the world. What about you?
tough.
Shit, I'm a joke though.
if I did it, I would come back because one
He
reason
has
is
zero shame. He has no shame at all.
well. Not only that though,
Shit, now I don't got no shame. You should have no shame.
but I would want to try to help fix the situation. Like if
So you
like,
pay for it?
Yeah, I'd be like, look, you know what I mean, had a bad night. You know what I mean? The food that we ate was crazy. I just want to make it right. Did you know what I mean? Did you? How much was the? I need to see receipts though. You ain't gonna get me. You know what I mean? Did you got a receipt for the plumber? I'll go half with you or something. I don't know anything,
what about
yo.
what if it's
what
not?
about if she's a jokester?
I haven't thought about
If
that.
her
earlier.
personality-
if her personality is always
That
playing.
would weigh in.
That would
Yeah,
weigh in.
I
I might
think
not
so,
come
too.
back
Yeah.
if she a jokester. She a jokester, like
Well, that might make
No,
it
I think-
better.
I think
That might
that's
make it
better.
better.
Yeah.
You could joke about something like that.
Yeah.
She'd be
I got
like,
him.
"Bring your old shitty booty ass back in here, boy. What's wrong with you?"
That would make it easier.
Yeah,
She was
yeah.
more stiff.
Cause I do the
Yeah.
same thing. I joke her ass. You shitty butt.
Yeah, I think if she was a joker and she played
might
around
make
like
it
all
easier.
that,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it'd be
yeah.
easy to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, what if like
Kwame. Hold on.
I already did, man.
he did
did?
it first?
Yeah.
But
You say you're not
first.
coming back.
He said not coming back.
I mean, she not coming back either.
Nobody's coming back.
Nobody.
Everybody gone.
Doubt.
Yeah.
No kicking off or nothing. Go ahead, Sko.
What? Let's say you, because we took it a little further. What if you stop up the toilet, right? But like her plunger is like outside the bathroom, or it's not in that bathroom.
So you got to go out
You gotta
and get it.
You got or you gotta ask her, do she have one or something? You didn't get a chance to explore the
can't
plunger.
talk about this. I don't like.
Hold on, so you just leaving the toilet like it is and just dashing out the door?
You just, you got a plunger, like. What
I wouldn't ask though. I would. You got a plunger, yo. I had a problem.
I am weak. This is funny as
Yo, Lee,
shit, yo.
so you dashing out the door?
I don't know what I do in this situation.
This
man.
nigga dashing.
I just don't like stuff like this.
Yeah.
I want to believe that I would do the right thing.
Yeah.
I want to believe.
Do the right thing.
I would do the right thing and ask or seek out the plunger, but I don't know.
You
It
think-
depends on how much damage is done.
Why the damage is so crazy? Damage is done.
Hey, what if she peep out? It was like you got.
Oh,
Oh man.
But look though, hold
gotta
on.
put my headphones on.
What about if your toilet messed up though? What about if it ain't even her? Your toilet messed up and you got a problem with the, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then your jank gets jammed up sometime. But
Yeah.
she
You
used the
gotta go in
bathroom.
there and fix it, and that jank burn your goddamn eyebrows. It's over for me. It's over.
but
Even though it's your problem.
Over.
but sometimes though, when people know, they tell you, hey, yo, that bathroom, go use this one or something, or go use upstairs or whatever.
You
They
only
might
got
know,
one.
like, yo. But if you only got one, I don't know. Would you give a heads up? You know your bathroom got some issues. You'd be like, yeah, you just let you know sometimes that the toilet be acting wild.
Mm-hmm.
Or would you not even expect her to do that, so you wouldn't even give no
That's
heads
what I'm
up?
saying.
You're not even
something
thinking
you don't
about
think
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she come back to the crib and you don't even you know, but that's in the back
That's-
of your mind.
yeah,
you
yeah,
ain't
you ain't thinking about that.
So she like, and then you like, oh shit, that Jay. I hope she in there just regular.
Been in there a while.
Yeah,
Gotta put your hard hat
she
on.
peep
Go
out.
in.
Yeah.
And women poop fast too, fast. Like
They crazy.
I be in there for a long time, and then
Leg
in
on
and out.
them and shit.
You know, like a robbery.
Well, I think guys use that as just time to get away.
Yeah, yeah.
Roll your phone. You
Yeah.
do all you doing. So
Yeah,
I think
sure.
that's the reason why we be in there so long. All right,
That
can
is
we get
funny.
off this topic?
Yeah.
All right, last topic of the day.
What about if she need a door while she's in the bathroom?
Oh,
That's wild.
How long? But some people do
I'm
that.
not
Some
gonna
people
go
get
out, leave her
comfortable.
Open in person. No, you gotta close that door.
They close the door.
Close it. For
Some people
all
even.
your-
There are people
Reggie,
listen
you
for 10
looking at
years.
this guy? What's up?
Close the door.
because
That's just
You
now
probably,
we talking about like you know
I ain't mean to
because
start it back up. But
Does
the
that
beginning of the relationship stuff. I get it. You know what I mean?
no? How
But-
so? How long did?
Oh yeah, if you 15 years in, you know what I mean? I don't know if I would care, especially if y'all, you know, you got your own bathroom off upstairs. You know what I mean? It's just away from the rest of the house or whatever. You be chilling in there, but sometimes it's like you gotta, you know what I mean? The door gotta be closed, and then situations be a little too crazy. Like, all right,
situation.
yeah.
Some couples pride themselves on that. They gonna
Yeah.
be in there brushing their teeth while somebody doing them.
Yeah.
I'm not on none of that.
I ain't on that level
want
yet.
Everything closed. Do all your business when you do yours, man.
Mm-hmm.
Showers is different, but bad for me. I'm just talking about personal. Do all your stuff behind the door.
I just thought
I don't need to be in there with you. You don't need to be
Smelling
I
and
ain't got no judgment for couples that's on that. I think that's cool too. But for me, do your business privately.
behind closed doors.
Yeah.
That's personal. Personal. I don't think it's no right or wrong with that. Everybody get it how you live.
Yeah.
Steve, you want to be in there brushing your teeth while Shorty?
Smashing.
Yeah, I mean, if you years in, yeah, hey,
That's right. That's what I'm saying. I ain't got no judgment for that. I
Yeah,
don't
I've
care if
done
I'm
that
30
before.
years
Ain't nothing wrong
in.
with that.
yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
did
I
plenty
think
of
that's
times.
just case by case.
It is. It's
Yeah.
individual preference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a problem with that.
All right. So, last segment of the day. You out. You meeting people. You at bars. You at clubs. You at church. Wherever you mingle. You in the grocery store. You in the first couple of dates stages, especially date 1, date 2. or not even at date stage, you're just getting to know a person. How much information are you sharing? We know that some people give out fake names. Some people are. How much of your personal life are you going into upon meeting somebody? I guess that's the question. Anybody want to take that away?
I would.
You telling chicks your name B?
I immediately don't tell
No.
my name. They might get scolded.
Unless they know me. Other than that, nah, I haven't. Nah.
You don't tell them your name? I mean, you ain't talking about right now, but you know,
This is
when you was out
yeah, nah, I ain't telling them. I give them a fake. Yeah,
Fake name?
Yeah, I give them a fake name.
All right. What'd you do, Skull?
You might get a scold. Either nothing or a scold.
Nothing on Skull.
Nothing or a scold.
Especially if they don't know me or nothing like
You're
that.
not
They don't know
getting
me
Steve.
from Adam and Eve. Yeah.
It's gonna be a long time before you get Steve.
Steve,
And,
Steve,
and
Steve.
what about
Either one. I don't know.
how long before you get into where you work? If you got kids,
See, that's what I was thinking of. Y'all started off with names. I was like, dang.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the basis. The ground zero. You know what I'm saying of meeting someone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna circle back with some follow up questions, but I'm just trying to get a feel for what people own.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, if someone asked me if I had kids, and no, I can answer that.
I can answer that.
Where I work, probably not.
Definitely.
If it's asked, maybe, but I wouldn't divulge that. Yeah, I work at da da da. We do this and blah blah. While we talking or whatever. But unless it's brought up and asked me, I wouldn't.
So your overall is less is more. You just barely giving out information. You ain't just all at one time.
For sure.
I guess it depends on the person. If you feel like you really feeling that person, this is gonna be you think it's gonna be a long term, or it's gonna be just a hit and run type shit.
Yeah, bruh.
Well, you don't know that until. So when you first meet someone,
You can tell.
You can get a vibe.
I mean, I
Exactly.
guess you can catch a vibe on if you want to see this person again.
Especially if the situation, depending on what the situation is, people already might have the same mindset anyway. Like if you on vacation or something like that, or
That's
you
what
know what I mean.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of got the same mindset. So, so accurate personal information is kind of not even needed or warranted. You might not even care or ask in situations like that.
Situations like that.
Yeah,
For
you
sure.
know, but like,
But even then, some people still give away they real.
Gloves and stuff.
yeah.
Some people.
Yeah, I just
wouldn't.
always give my
What about-
real
what about
name
you,
in
E?
any situation.
Where you meeting somebody for the first time, how much information do you feel is okay to divulge?
If you having a conversation and questions is asked, I know I won't give specifics at all. Like if somebody asks me where I work, I'd be like, shipyard. It's so many of them. You don't know which one. You know what I mean? Somebody, I don't think I would give any specifics. I mean, I will probably just keep conversation going, and every time I answer a question, I'm gonna ask one back. That's kind of normal. You know what I mean? That's kind of normal dialogue. You know what I mean? Well, where you work at, or you know what I mean, or it. You gonna answer the same questions you asking me type vibe type thing?
Is there in meeting people originally, do you have any reservations at all? Like, do you even think about things that you probably not gonna say? Like, say you talking to her and she asks you something. Do you even think about, like, do I really want to tell her that? Like, even if you do say it, you're like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I should be telling you all that. You know what I mean? I don't know.
For me, it don't matter who you
Like,
are.
what's your
Whatever.
daughter's name?
I ain't giving out specifics. You know what I
You
mean?
know, he's like, what's your daughter's?
Yeah.
Like,
Even if she asks you giving out a fake name or something, or like you just be like, it's too much. You don't need to know all that.
Nah, cause that's a little awkward though. Like, what is the conversation? Like, how we, like,
So
we in
you
a
went to your man's wedding and you met a girl there. She was what you perceived to be nice from a look standpoint. It's social time. They done did all the ceremony. Now y'all at the reception chilling, and y'all just shooting the breeze. How are you approaching it? How much information you want to give out? Because it don't always have to be a bar situation,
Right.
Hollering. How much?
Oh, I mean, if we having a conversation, and I might be like, maybe the picture on my phone pop up, my family pop up. We're like, oh, you got family? Yeah, I got daughters this age, and oh, well, I mean, cool, yeah, my oldest name. I mean, some of that information if we having a conversation, I would just talk and give information. I'm not giving no like, yeah, we stay at this address, you know what I mean, or I just keep the conversation cool and cordial.
How old you are, where you went to high school, where you went to college, that type of
Yeah. I'll tell people where I went to high school, where I went to college. I do. I would.
Is this conversation for a single person or a person with a family? Or is just general conversation with anybody?
No. I'm thinking two people on the verge of potentially dating. So
okay, so you single.
So even if you,
think
you
single.
your kids, something's that's
right. Oh yeah. Potential dating situation.
I think both of mine will probably be the same. I think both of my actions would be the same.
You're a little more private, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, I mean, I wouldn't have no issue giving out basic information. I'm not giving out immediate details. I'm not, here's my address, come to my house, I just met you. Nah, but I will give out basic, regular information.
Real name and stuff?
Yeah. I always give out my real name.
Fake names.
Huh?
If she asks, what would you say?
If she asks for my address?
Yeah, I meet it off. I hit it off.
Yeah.
Right? And, what you doing after this? I'm trying to come through and, chill.
Trying to go to your crib.
Yeah.
All right, we can meet at a bar or something. We can meet at a hotel. We can go somewhere else. I just met you. You're not coming to my crib.
You tell her, I'm trying to go to your crib. What's up?
I mean, and I could respect the same thing. She'd be like, "Nah, you ain't coming to my crib. I just met you." Like, I get that. You know what I mean?
And a better red roof.
Motel, hotel,
Holiday Inn.
But nah, because too many. We all know of situations where there's just too much craziness. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Recently.
Yeah.
That wasn't really happening. What people doing now, like setting each other up and robbing and in these streets, it wasn't a lot of that going on in my 20s. But then again, they only do that to certain type of people that they may think you got stuff like that at the house and all that. I definitely didn't, so it wasn't a concern of mine. If I'm out and I meet somebody, they can get. I got two versions. So if I'm out of the country, I be anybody I want to be.
Yeah.
I'm different.
Right.
If I'm out of the country, I done been a whole bunch of different names. But if I'm meeting people locally, only thing that I don't necessarily offer up is what I do for a living. I just think that's super personal. Reserved for people that you really getting to know. I tell people my name, even though my name is distinct, I don't really care. I tell people I got kids, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much an open book because I only talk to people that I think, you know what I mean, got some sense.
Yeah.
Now, if you just trick me, you got me. You know what I mean? But I'm not certain type of women. I'm just not there with them. That I think might got something like that up their sleeve. I'm just not there with women like that. So most of the women that I talk to gonna be solid. At least their perception, they gonna be solid. You know what I mean? So I don't mind divulging the regular information, name,
So you went Food Lion and line.
Yeah.
Girl that you describing, she giving off the perception that she cool, level headed, everything. She, somebody that you would talk to.
Right.
have a conversation. You sliding her your address?
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Okay.
Not sliding in my address. No.
Right. Yeah. You can't have the address. Not. I just.
Not off the rip.
Yeah. Off the rip. You
I
not.
have
No.
met people when I was younger. Hope this isn't too much information, but I have met people,
old
but they
shit.
was typically friends of a friend.
You
They
kind
had-
of already
Okay,
knew them,
okay.
or of them.
Yeah, and
They,
we
you knew
ended
they
up
went on
back at
that
the spot.
complete strangers.
Yeah, not a complete stranger. I don't remember.
Now you're playing.
I don't remember a complete stranger, but definitely friends connected to friends.
Yeah,
connected
yeah,
to
yeah.
Friends.
That's
We
different.
ended up back
Yeah.
at the crib. That has happened. You know what I mean? And I can't say if something happened or not happened, but that has happened a couple of times.
Yeah.
A complete stranger, I can't say that.
Yeah.
I would be not being
Unless the person stay around the area and know where you stay at or some shit like that, or you met somebody in the same neighborhood as you or some shit like that. Other than that, I mean, yeah. Other than that, no.
Yeah, that too. Same neighborhood, same. Yeah,
Because they're gonna know
But
you stay
we
at
know
the
where
same
each other
neighborhood.
live.
Yeah, you know where
that
each
ain't-
other
I can't
live.
even
Yeah.
count that 'cause
Yeah.
we know where each other live. So I had situations like that. But yeah, the women that I would typically approach or be in that type of conversation with, I will get the feeling that I don't mind sharing my name and
Yeah.
basic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We could reach a middle ground on the basic stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just not offering up what I work and what I do. I'll give them something general, you know what I mean? The field that I'm in, but not exactly
Yeah.
what I do.
Yeah. Same thing. Like I said, shipyard.
No. No. That's
That's
foolish.
crazy. Who even asking for addresses?
Yeah.
Like that's just crazy.
Now, I have had a situation.
Shoot me the location. I'm trying to pull up. What's up?
Nah,
Now I've had a
that's
situation where a girl, but it was weeks into getting to know. She was like, "I want to send you something," and I still was like,
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
that's even.
"I want,
I think that's
I
a
want-
little different.
I want to send you
How
something."
about if you said give her the wrong address or gave it to somebody else's address?
I ended up giving her my address, and it worked out. But it was really a feeling.
It was
But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was
That's what I say, it's like a reservation.
to
Yeah.
do it,
Hesitant,
'cause we
yeah.
hadn't spent that type of time. You know what I mean? But she actually sent me something that was pretty cool. It was cool. But yeah, just that's just
you played
personal.
dodgeball with that one.
Huh?
So you played dodgeball with that one.
Yeah, that's-
What you mean?
it's
That could
risky.
be,
Yeah.
you know, it could be a photo situation.
Yeah,
or, like you said, she sent you
was a
something
risk
for real.
involved, but again, the type of women, type of people you consult, it gotta be a vibe.
Yeah.
Like I'm just not.
yeah.
That's
I'm
what
just
counts, that
not,
vibe. Yeah.
Doing that. You know?
You gotta hope that the vibe that you reading the vibe right and that it is a genuine vibe. Some
Yeah.
people putting on that front,
Damn right.
that Mona Lisa.
Catch the vibe.
Okay, yeah, it's Pop Smoke.
Yeah, when I'm out the country, I could be a lot of different names.
Yeah.
What, man?
I choose,
When I'm out of town,
I choose some different names.
But that's different, though. I mean, Pop Smoke was different. But I understand what you're saying. I mean, I understand.
They say she ain't had nothing to do with it.
Huh?
Oh, Pop Smoke murder.
Ain't that what they say?
I don't know. I think I fucked up because Pop Smoke shit was somebody leaked his address on some live shit. I don't know if it was a female.
No,
or
I
not,
think
though.
that was,
It was a female.
No, was it Pop Smoke or was that the guy that got killed at
The restaurant. Was that-
Roscoe's?
yeah, chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
Nah, he was just there. He was.
Yeah,
he
but-
was,
Yeah, but his
he was there
girl-
with
They
the girl.
blame the girl for
Because
leaking.
she said we here.
Yeah.
Oh, and they pulled up.
Yeah.
I forget his name. Was it
Forgot.
PNB?
Yes, PNB Rock.
Was
But
PNB
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Okay.
I ain't heard that, but I heard he was at the wrong Roscoe. They say it's certain Roscoe's you can't go to out there. And he was at the wrong one, but motherfuckers was like on some.
Well, I don't. That may be it, but the story was that his girl
Yeah.
tweeted or
Oh,
Yeah. 'Cause
said that she was with him at the location.
Oh, I ain't
she
heard
was
that.
all messed up about it because people were blaming her that that's how he got
Yeah,
caught up.
I didn't know that. Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't know
Anyway.
that either. I thought he was at the wrong Roscoe.
This is all
Chicken.
new age stuff that you got to concern yourself with if you out here.
No,
These
shit.
young
What's it
ladies.
called? Roscoe. It's called
Chicken and waffles.
Roscoe? Oh, chicken roll. Yeah.
Yep.
So any more on the personal information, meeting, greeting, saying what's up?
Yep.
Y'all want to tell them the good one night stand stories?
No.
No,
No.
don't do that.
No, that's not.
No.
No.
All right. Well, we got to get ready to sign off, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate the viewership for always tapping in with us, checking
This
us
and
out.
that. This and that.
This and that.
Oh, I love it. Yeah,
Oh,
let's do something.
Matt, you got something?
Pardon me, viewership.
Yeah, not really this or that, but just little quick conversation pieces that you can choose, I guess. Halliburton pops. That was well on the floor, got into it with Giannis or whatever.
Yeah.
So Halliburton came out and basically said his pops was wrong. So my this or that or whatever, pick one is: are you or should you stick with pops? Like, you know what I mean? This, or should you admit he wrong, or do you just say nothing?
Well, I'm gonna go with if you are my family member, it don't matter how wrong you are. I will never talk about how wrong you are in front of anyone else. But if it's with you, I would let you know. Like, yo, you what the fuck was you thinking about?
So you would go with the no comment, right? You ain't saying nothing.
Yeah. Somebody asked me, it was like no comment, or
Yeah.
you know, or I would have some sort of PC answer to ride for my dad, or any one of our family members. But when I got to
Yeah.
my dad, what the fuck was you thinking about? You know what I mean?
Right.
But I would never publicly
That sound about
or
right,
say anything to say I'm against what he did. No, I just won't do it.
It won't go right. Yeah. It's same.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Actually, I like the way Halliburton addressed it. He didn't run from it. He won't in agreement with his pops, but he still had his dad back. He acknowledged that it happened. It was a poor decision. I thought he handled it well, and he pretty young, but I thought he handled it how it should have got handled. His dad did too much.
Yeah,
You can't be doing too much.
So-
I think if I had to do it, if I was in that situation, I like what he did. He talked about it, he addressed it, and they moved on. I don't have a problem with that.
What about you?
I think I'll probably go no comment, or, you know, yeah, it is what it is. I don't know if I would just, you know, just say, yeah, pops was wrong, and, you know, just cause of that, like you said, that loyalty, we could talk about it behind the scenes type
like,
thing.
I can let you have it.
Yeah.
You know, pause behind the scenes, like, yo, like, don't ever do no shit like that. Like what is that? You know, when you were out of pocket. But in the public,
Don't let them see you.
yeah.
Yeah. I guess because in my mind, I'd be like, well, everybody's seen what happened, so
Yeah.
you don't need
What-
my opinion on it.
Exactly.
Just
Did you see it? I probably answer like
Yeah.
that. What was you? Did you see it? What'd you think about it? Because
Switch it on.
yeah, like don't ask me no stupid ass questions like that. Ask me about the game. We just won. Ask me about how many shots I made. Fuck.
anyway, go ahead.
Anything
Go ahead.
else, Dario? That was pretty good. Halliburton there was funny. And he got banned.
I got
Yeah,
A
yeah.
little bit.
I got a one must go.
He back though.
Yeah, he back.
Yeah.
Deservedly. So.
I got
He messed up.
I got a one must go.
He is weak.
All right. One must go. The internet, vaginal sex, or oral sex?
Oh, that's easy for me.
Shit, the internet.
The internet?
Oral.
I was gonna say the same thing. Oral.
Yeah.
Need the internet.
I need the internet.
You need the internet.
Man, you know-
Nowadays, you lost without the internet.
Life without the internet? I can't
He
even.
had life without
imagine.
internet before though.
We did.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I don't
saying?
want to go back.
Yeah, I need that.
We had life without internet.
Yeah, I don't want to go
The
back.
internet for
That was
you
too-
need it
that-
for.
How long we had internet for now?
Flintstone
For how long?
stuff.
That's a good one.
Late 90s?
Yeah.
I say late 90s?
25, 26 years?
Yeah.
Internet wise? We did it without internet.
Yeah, life without oral too.
For how long? How many years? For like
Hands on the person.
Probably the same years we had internet. Maybe like Had internet longer than that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to drop the oral.
yeah.
man.
Or gone. Got to go.
That's a good one, though, Steve.
Yeah.
Steve got a weird mind.
What you say?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I might have to drop the Vag.
Wow. Bro said V. Bro said the V.
I was struggling between internet and Vag.
man.
That nigga head Vic and the geek.
The life, that's the life source of the world. He said it got to go.
Oh no, dog.
He dropped the life source of the world.
Too much.
Bateman in him.
Nigga.
What?
He got a little Patrick Bateman in him. I can't remember the name of the movie. It was like American Psycho.
Yeah.
Steve different, man. Steve a different dude. Steve got
That's-
You know?
got a lot going on behind the curtain.
One more for the one time.
Real quick, this or that. Bo Jackson or Primetime?
In terms of what, though?
Shoes?
In terms of the athlete.
Best athlete ever? Or best athlete between them two?
Yeah.
Bojack. I say Bojack. He ain't even live up to his whole potential. He got cut short, didn't he?
Yeah, injury.
Yeah, he got cut short. Just imagine if he did go into all players years baseball, and he was better at baseball than Deion.
You still look at his career.
Deion-
that
didn't Deion
he
play baseball
still
too?
had a great career.
He
Yeah.
played for the
played
Braves. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's the reason why, because they both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bo Jackson was the better athlete.
I just know more about Dion. I watched more of
You see,
Dion.
we both watch more, but I say if Bojack played to all his years of he could have played, I think Bojack probably would have been a better athlete than Dion.
I'm going
go
Dion.
Prime.
We still see Dion every day in the
Yeah.
news. I don't know what BoJack got going on.
Dion had
Honestly,
one-
was about as
Dion
never
had
mind.
one
Still
thing
alive,
he couldn't tackle.
What?
He could cover. He had one side of the field for whatever have you, but Bojack
Brown?
he could, huh?
Who you talking about?
Yeah.
People said Dion tackled good enough for a corner.
A cornerback,
He would come up
yeah,
and
he
shoot
ain't
you.
safety.
He didn't want a whole lot of contact, but no corners do. That was just a knock that they came up with Dion. I'm gonna go Bo. I think Bo was a little more, and that's crazy to say. I think Bo was a little more dynamic than Dion.
That nigga was running up walls and
Baseball
shit.
wise, definitely hitting for power at a decent percentage. Dion was a more of a get it and play and then use his speed. But Bo could take over a game. Football, he was just a phenomenon too. Both was, but I think if Bo, like he said, if he didn't get injured, I think with his size, speed, and power, we talking about he would have assaulted the record books with the way he was ripping off 70-yard runs at 235, 240. That was a big
Damn, he was that size back then.
235, somewhere in there. Yeah, Bo
That's
was,
big for a back.
Bo was big. He was big,
was a
but it
big
was mostly
back.
muscle. Definitely, I think they asked Dion that, and Dion said Bo. He could have just been being nice. Both of them was
Yeah.
otherworldly athletes, but I would go Bo.
I think both. Yeah,
I go Bo.
for sure.
Yeah, I was really on the fence on that one, but I think I might go Bo too. Yeah, even though I like Dion.
You don't like Dion?
No, I like Dion. Playing on both sides of the ball and
Yeah.
playing different sports, being
He ain't played-
athletic
he ain't
and
played
fast.
until both sides of the balls until what?
But he wanted to. Pause.
Late.
Yeah, I see you easy.
You saw me?
I see you on the side of my. Hey, look, what? Nah, but he didn't play until
I think
what?
the Cowboys mostly.
Maybe?
The Skins.
He did a
not
lot
Skins,
of
but,
he did a lot of
San Fran.
returns and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
But I'm
San
talking
Fran.
about actually lining up at receiver. I think it was mostly Cowboys.
Cowboys, yeah, 'cause
I
I
don't
ain't seen too much
remember him
49ers.
lining up at receiver with the 49ers.
nah, Cowboys. He played with the Cowboys first or last.
He did it with us a little bit too,
That was
but he
it.
was already
That
kind
was
of
in his
washed.
career though.
Yeah, man.
He played with the Cowboys first and then played with the 49ers. Yeah, he won that Super Bowl and then went to the 49ers and won that Super Bowl the next year. So yeah, offense.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, he played with the Cowboys first and then with the 49ers.
Falcons. I think it was Falcons, Niners, Cowboys.
Hold on.
Thought that was.
You right. Hold on. Cowboys won in 90 what? Nah. Yeah. You right. It was Falcons, 49ers,
I gotta do some
Cowboys.
research.
No, it was. Because the Cowboys went in, 96? 49ers went in like 94, 95.
I think
Yeah.
so, man.
Yeah, it was. It
Then
was
he
right.
went to Baltimore for a little bit, bounced around to us, played with a couple teams. Yeah.
Okay.
But Bo Jackson, Bo Jack.
Yeah, I think I might go Bo.
And he got a better shoe, too.
Bo know this.
Bo
Bo
Jackson
know
got a better
that.
shoe than
Bo don't know
to
Jack
me.
because Bo can't rap. That's a fan.
What else y'all got?
We do one more? Or
Yeah, let's do some more. Come on. We here now.
one more?
We here now.
Let's go with a what must go.
Internet. Bad.
One must go. Toothpaste, deodorant, or soap?
Toothpaste, deodorant, soap.
That's tough.
Yeah. Summertime, you need your deodorant.
You need all three of these motherfuckers.
You all three.
I'm gonna say toothpaste because I think that you can come up with some household items to make a toothpaste. Not because I don't think it's important. I think all is hella important. But I think I could come up with some household items to mimic what toothpaste might be able to do and still be effective. So I'm gonna go with
Because
toothpaste.
you were deep in thought.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I think I go with deodorant.
Okay.
Can I use mouthwash?
No.
Damn.
So you can't use no what's the name there? You can't use no other stuff for the toothpaste.
Yeah, cut that out. You're right.
Oh, just so it's
Yeah.
you just gotta go without
You
it.
just got to go without.
I gotta reevaluate.
Me too. Got to reevaluate.
Hold on, tell me. Dang, so I
Gotta
can't say
reevaluate.
what I was about to say then.
Yeah.
So you can't use no other stuff. You can't use no other.
So either your body dirty, your underarm stink, or your mouth stink.
I got a new answer. My new answer is soap.
God dang, took my answer.
you can still have the same answer though, but
Yeah.
I think this one out. Yeah,
I'm gonna go soap.
Yeah. That's what I was going to go with when you said I couldn't use mouthwash. I was going to go with soap. Because, like, deodorant is to me damn near, it's all a necessity. I don't want to get that wrong, but I'm saying the deodorant is more of a, it masks you more.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you can briefly be out and about with the deodorant. You know what I mean? I need my toothpaste. I need my mouth clean. You know what I mean? For a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
He said,
I said I need my mouth.
I need my mouth. Gotta have that mouth. Gotta have.
Got the head.
Gotta have.
that was crazy.
Oh yeah, I'm going soap. Soap gotta go.
Yeah, Chaz.
Where you
It's on
going?
you, bro. Burnout. My bad. It's on you.
Funny guy. I'm gonna go with soap. I'm gonna go with soap too. Cause you can wash your body with water. You just can't use no soap.
Right.
And put deodorant on.
I gotta do something. That's
It
what I
is.
was thinking.
Something.
You can wash your body
Something.
with water and you put your deodorant on and brush your teeth or whatever. Hey, so yeah, soap. I say soap.
Yeah, I say so too.
Yeah.
All right. Clean and sweet.
Clean,
Soap,
sweet,
soap. That, I don't know if that's happening in a while.
Clean sweep. Yeah, probably not having a while. We got here.
Okay.
Go ahead. Oh no, go ahead.
Now, real quick, last one, real quick. I don't know if we talked about this before though, but B,
Yeah.
think about what a necessity is and what a luxury is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is owning your own car a necessity or a luxury?
That's a really good question.
Yeah, it is. Because the necessity is like you need it, right? Basically. Something to have. Gotta have. No, a necessity is not that. I say it's
Come on, man. It took a long time.
I say it's a necessity. I say that, yeah. I say that.
I am going to go with luxury. I think that you could move, especially this day and age, you can move pretty often with no car. You don't really need to have one. There's so many ride sharing stuff. There's so many public transportation. You don't really need to have a car. So I go with luxury.
Same. Yeah. It's a luxury. Like you said, you don't need it to live. You would like to have it, of course.
Yeah.
But you don't need it.
What about if you gotta get somewhere urgent?
You gotta urgently call an Uber, or call a ride, or walk, or bike.
Now, I would say in certain places, cars and any personal mode of transportation is way more of a necessity than here.
Right.
You know, like you live out in the sticks or something. Ain't no Ubers coming out there. Ain't no buses or nothing. You gotta, you know what I mean, where the next
where you
house is a
staying at?
mile away.
Where we at, E?
But we're staying here. The
It's
conversation
still,
is
it's
us.
still a luxury, though. You're not gonna die if you don't have it. You just
It depends on the situation.
No, I think that.
no.
I think it's more of a necessity. I don't think it's that black and white as far as necessity or luxury. I think it's just more of a necessity if you live in a place where, because you can walk, obviously, but I think that falls under necessity over luxury. To me, I think that will fall.
Depends on
under-
where you at.
I still think
Yeah.
it's still a luxury to have it because you don't need it. You want it. It makes life easier for you, but you're not gonna die. A necessity is like water, food.
okay.
That's necessities.
So if you stay
Well,
in a
if
place
we
like
getting all the way down to that, then
No, that's
okay.
just facts. That's not.
Okay.
That's a necessity versus a luxury. That's what the question is. It's not getting all the way down. That's just the facts. It's do you need it,
Okay.
or do you have to have it?
have it. I still say necessity because it depends on where you at. Like if you stay here, then yeah, you got Uber, buses, whatever have you. If you stay somewhere like places, yeah, like Suffolk, some damn where you stay in the sticks somewhere and you gotta get to or wherever you gotta go to, ain't no Ubers out there like talk about.
It's still.
I mean,
I mean, it's Ubers everywhere,
get
but
what
it's
you're
gonna take
saying.
a longer.
I just don't agree for real. I don't. I get it though. I understand what you're saying. I just don't.
That's how I look at necessities and luxuries. Do you need it versus do you want it? That's like cheese.
I just say
cheese
depends
is a
on-
necessity.
It's cheese.
Cheese, you say cheese.
Seriously, you want
mean-
cheese on your pizza, you want cheese on your burger, you want cheese on your tacos, but you don't have to have it. It's just extra.
That's different though, quality.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand what you're saying, but like, but I think if we're talking about different levels of necessity, right? Like the bare minimum of the highest or the highest necessity, water. Like yeah, I get it. Are we trying to compare water to a car? No, I think there's levels
I
of
think
necessity.
when you talk about necessities, it's either you need it or you want it.
I say
It's
need.
no
I say
gray
you need a
area
car.
with that.
I see. It depends on. Like I said, it depends on where you at.
What do you think?
In this day and age, I think a mode of transportation is a necessity, but owning your own car is a luxury. For example, like I think that traveling around, whether it be by any means, like you said, Uber, bus, bicycle, horse and buggy, traveling around and having some kind of vehicle to me is a necessity in 2025. But owning your own car, I believe, is a luxury.
So you believe that it's the same necessity of having to drink water?
Well, I'm not going to that level with it, no. But
That's what I'm saying. It's levels of necessity. There's the highest level that you need to eat and drink to survive. You know what I mean? I understand it. Like I said, I agree. I agree with you, and I understand what you're saying. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I disagree on the fact that trying to put drinking water with owning a car, I just don't think that's the same level of necessity. If you were to have an argument of it being a necessity or a luxury, I think water should be out of it. It's like that. I think that
now water is just okay. How I put it this way, I think having a mode of transportation is as necessary to be a productive member of society and live, okay, like unless you just live right next to where you work or you live at your work. Some people don't need to go nowhere if they live on a farm or something like that or whatever. But if you got jobs or you got family you want to go visit or whatever, some kind of mode of transportation to me is necessary.
Well, if you live in a metropolitan area like New York, you don't necessarily need a car. They got trains, taxis, Uber.
Right. That's why I was saying owning a vehicle is a luxury, but a mode of transportation is to me is a necessity in 2025. Getting somewhere, like I don't think a long time ago it was just walking. That's all it was, and they survived and they lived. But in 2025, I don't want to just be walking. You know what I mean?
you did say the key word. I don't want to.
Right,
be walking.
exactly. Like imagine people just walking to their jobs all day, every day. What kind of jobs would you have if you just walk? You know what I mean?
So
Like
you trying to say it's luxury?
owning your own car is a luxury, in my opinion.
For sure,
Yes.
transportation is definitely a necessity,
But-
especially in living in some sort of metropolitan area.
Modes of transportation, I'm saying, is
So
a
is a
necessity.
bike a mode of transportation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
When people say necessities, I think of a bear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that you're wrong. You're completely right. I'm just saying that I wouldn't interject that into this conversation because I just, I don't, the water is just you need that to just live. You can't do nothing without that.
I think water,
Well,
air, all that stuff.
in school,
Trying to compare
elementary
a car
school,
to air is crazy.
you grow up in elementary school being taught that the necessity is food, water, and shelter.
Yeah.
That's what you just taught: food, water, and shelter. They don't even mention air because that's just so obvious. But the food, water, and shelter is what they teach you as a necessity, and then the luxuries be like all the other stuff, mansions and video games and stuff like that.
You don't need
But
So I mean, okay, so you get taught food, water, and shelter is a
necessity.
Can you say that to a homeless person?
Well, they got to find some kind of shelter somewhere.
No, they don't.
I mean, they
Ultimately,
I've
depending on the
seen
climate.
people-
depending on the climate. Sometimes
I've seen people sleep on the corner in the middle of the city.
yeah.
There's no shelter. It was freezing. It was cold as hell.
Yeah, they doing pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
long
but
can
it's
they
not.
live?
They don't need that to live though. They're still living.
Ultimately, you're going to. Ultimately. I've seen homeless people in Toronto. Toronto was hella cold.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know
but-
how many nights you can do it. You might can do a night or two, then huddle up somewhere, then
Yeah.
get under a bridge, then
They
come back out.
they all find
I
some
don't
kind
think
of
you can do
shelter,
30
some kind
nights.
of covering.
You
You
sit
think
out there
it's
in the middle
shelter
of
like
that,
a
what's it-
home or something like
I'm-
that?
Shelter is just anywhere that can protect you from the elements.
Yeah.
That could be a bridge.
A
that could be
tent, a bathroom, up under an awning,
Yeah.
a shed. I'm just
You
saying.
sit out there in the middle of the goddamn city in 20-degree weather. Your ass might not
Yeah,
wake
you
up.
probably can do it in Florida
Yeah,
longer.
a lot of homeless people in
Yeah.
Hawaii,
I
but
agree.
they still
A lot of
seek
homeless people in Vegas,
shelter.
too.
Yeah.
A lot.
So it's only a necessity sometimes.
I
No,
think
But
ongoing
food
is a
and water
necessity.
is a necessity all the time. Can't go without that.
well, yeah, for a long time. You're right. You can't
go
go
a
without it
couple
for a
days.
long
You go a
time.
few days. You can go
Without what,
You can
water?
go a week with sleeping on the curb.
I think
in
without
Florida.
water, you probably can
Yeah,
do
Florida.
About 15, 20 days, maybe.
You said without water? Oh, no, you'll die way quicker than that without water.
I think it's food. that you
Dehydration.
Yeah,
probably-
food you can go that long, but water you need
definitely
water.
Go that long.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be a good time, but you could do it. I think without water, it's a couple of days though.
yeah,
it's like
it's
a-
days.
it's like
about a
5,
week.
yeah,
Yeah,
5, 6
5
days.
to 7 days, maybe.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Absolutely nothing to drink. That's crazy.
That's torture.
Yeah, that literally
I
torture.
didn't get the cramping up on your ass.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway,
Then we out of here. All right, fellowship. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate all the levels of support. But yeah, signing out.
peace.
Peace.